Hello. Today I'm going to show off some of the features of Kahoot, a very, very popular question application software on the internet. It is used in all levels from kindergarten to high school to even adult classrooms. It's very easy to understand and get. It was probably one of the first ones actually made, and so that's why it's one of the most popular ones and has this little fun name. Now, Kahoot is just a way to ask questions with multiple choice answers. You don't get to put in your own answers. You have to pick the right answer. There are different ways you can do it, but most of them are just done through the quiz way. You can create your own quiz, in which case you need basic information like a title. What's it about? Who is it for? Everyone? Just you? Is it for your school, a business? What? And other resources. So if I just did test Kahoot for a video, you can put a picture in there if you would like. And we're just going to say it is for training because that's what this video is for. We don't have any resources. Okay, go. And for this, then you can then start asking questions. You get to put in whatever your question is, which you can use your image to show your question if you would like. What is 2 plus 2? Pick whether or not this question gives points. Like if you make a really hard question that you think is not fair, you could just say no points so that the students don't get angry. And they can be up to 2 minutes long. Now, if everyone who's in the Kahoot who has signed up to play in it has answered the question, it will obviously go to that next stage. You could put in a few answers and then choose which one's right, and that's it. Again, you could use a picture, you don't have to. After one question, you can then add another, and add another, and add another. You can change the order of multiple questions, and so on, and save when you are done. You can even preview it. If I were to click that, it shows how it would appear on their phone, how they sign up. Now you get to choose whether or not it's player versus player or team. The only differences with team is you can put multiple names, and they get like a 5-second extra window to discuss things. I'm not sure why this thing is being scary on the side. I'm going to actually get out of this mode for that same reason. I'll just show a regular Kahoot. I've never seen it do that before. If I go to just Kahoots created by me, these are all ones I made for my classes, and I have my favorites, ones that I looked up and said these are good enough, which you can then take and edit down to get rid of questions you don't like or whatever. But if they're good enough, and I found a lot, it's really easy to find Kahoots to use. And then if someone else makes one, they can share it with you. So if I were to try to show a Kahoot, this is one of my favorite ones. It was Halloween themed. Just hit play, and it will make this screen that will be displayed on a smartboard or projector or whatever. A student would need their own device, whether it's cell phone or tablet or Chromebook or anything like that. And it will display a code for them to join the game. So this will just be up there until you press start. Now this is the website that they go to, which is displayed on here. Go to kahoot.it, and they put in a game pin, put in a nickname. In the team mode again, it would be team name, and then it'll be who's on the team. Testman. You're in. You should check it on screen. Hey, look, it's Testman. Now the teacher can then delete things quickly right away if something bad happens. If someone's not being inappropriate with their names. I usually just tell them to do the real names so I can save their data and look at it later. The one thing with Kahoot is there needs to be the display. That's where the questions will be, and I'll show you how. So if I click start, which of the following statements about the picture below are true? Tells how much time you have, which I put as the max time. And I made a picture of ghosts and zombies. So this is about ratios. There are 3 zombies for every 1 ghost. There are 3 ghosts for every 2 zombies. There are 2 zombies for every 1 ghost. or there are 12 ghosts for every 12 zombies. Overall, we have 12 zombies and 6 ghosts, and that'd be a 2 zombies to 1 ghost ratio. When I click it, you'll see that I don't click it because I have to be over here. This is how the student sees it. They're just the option boxes, so they have to be able to read the question and answers, and they would hit yellow, and they'll find out, yes, they got it correct, and they'll only find this out after the time run out or everyone answers the question. They'll automatically go to a graph mode, which you can then pause the game at this point, let them see how many got it, and decide, hey, do I need to go over this more? You can re-bring up the picture. You can discuss why the other options are wrong. So if I had most of my class get it right except for like one wrong, you might say, oh, someone misclicked. But if like a lot of people pick the wrong answer, then it's time to discuss it. And then you can decide to go next, where there'll be an updated screen on how many points the top 5 have and who's in order, and then continue. And after a question, not during a question, well, first you can skip if you decide it's too hard or you're running out of time. You can end the game at any point. And again, it will let you know the rankings. You can save your results, save them to your drive directly. Because if I were to go back to my my results, these are results I've had on past ones, which you can download, save, and look, and then they'll tell you specifically the team name, what they got right, what they got wrong, and you can use it as a formative assessment. Kahoot is a quizzes game that is good if you want to go over it together with them at the same time. Kids can get very competitive. Sometimes they'll rush through it and not read the problem just to get more points, and that's something you have to talk about with them. Sometimes they will talk a lot after a question is done, and you have to get that behavior to calm them down, because you need to use that time to fix why people got the question wrong before you can move on. And they can rate their own quiz, whether they thought it was good or bad, in very simple questions. Kahoot is very simple to play. It has pretty good support. And one of the ways I've used it at an advanced level is I made a special math account for my class that occasionally they, with groups of 2 or 3 people, will work together to create their own quiz Kahoot thing that they will make the class play as part of review. So it requires them to create questions that make sense, answer choices that are logical, unlike my own question that I made up, and not just things that are too hard for 2 minutes and all that. They have to really think about the problems, and then we can go through all of their quizzes or their Kahoots and review through that method. And they've enjoyed that, and they thought it was the coolest thing ever, because some of these people have been Kahooting for 6-7 years, depending on what the grade level is. It's been out for a while, and to be able to create their own Kahoot was a very humbling experience, we'll say. Jumble is a different mode, survey, and there is a discussion-based thing, but most of the time people use it for this quiz feature, which is why this is one I am talking about. Thank you for listening, and this is Kahoot.